Hi there. How are you doing today? Gosh, this lighting is kind of bright. Kind of bright, kind of bright. So, welcome to the replay viewers. I appreciate you spending time with me. I'm gonna wait just like 10-15 seconds before I really get started. I respect your time, so I'm not gonna wait for too long. But before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and welcome the people that are joining in. Thank you so much for coming along to talk about email marketing, one of my favorite subjects. Appreciate you joining me. My name is Nadine Larder. I'm the founder of printerbees.com. This is Printerbees. This is our information. We'd love for you to give us a try if you're looking for print marketing. We're a print marketing company that caters to small business America. And basically, working with Printerbees is like having a marketing department at your disposal for small business. And that's how you can use this. Again, my name is Nadine Larder. This is me. I'm the founder of printerbees.com. And I am all about helping small business owners grow their business. And so one of the greatest ways that small business owners can grow their business is with email marketing. And so yesterday we had a really fun time discussing email marketing and how we can collect addresses. And so if you're interested in rewatching that scope, you can find it on catch.me/Nadine Larder, and you can catch the replay on that, or it's still live right now because it's probably going to expire any minute. So yesterday we had such a great time with people throwing out what their business is. And if you are open to it, the people that are here with me live right now, if you're open to sharing what your business is, we can get very specific on talking about you and your business and very specific email marketing strategies that fit you and what your questions are. So feel free, if you want to share that information with me, we can kind of brainstorm and come up with some ideas that's specific to you. If not, that's fine too. I will use my own company as an example on some of the email marketing strategies that we use. So again, yesterday, thank you for joining. Yesterday, we talked about how to collect email addresses, like, for instance, when you're on the phone. And just to kind of quickly recap what that was all about, thank you for joining me, is, every single time that someone comes in contact with your company, every single time that somebody comes in contact with your company, it's because they potentially have a need, which makes them a perfect prospect for you. And even if they don't buy from you in that very moment, they are still a perfect prospect for you. And every single person that comes in contact with your company should end up in your database. And thank you for the purple hearts. I appreciate that. So in building your list, your business is going to thrive and survive. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining us. Your business is going to thrive and survive based on the size of your list. Your email list, your marketing list is the backbone of every business. There isn't anything more important to the success of your business, especially the long-term success of your business, than your marketing list. And so every single business coach, every coach I've ever had, one of the things that they could not stress to me enough is that, hello, Annette 12 would love to know your name and where you're tuning in from. Everyone here, I'd love to know your name and where you're tuning in from. This is such a great opportunity to build community, to get to know each other. I've met amazing people on Periscope. I love following up with everyone, touching base. So if you're willing to tell me your name and where you're tuning in from, would love to hear. And again, if you want to use your business and what you do as an example of different ideas on how, hello, is it Fio? Did I say that correct? Hello, Fio. If you're open to wanting to use your business and brainstorm ideas that are very specific to your business in email marketing, we can do that too. So again, yesterday we talked about collecting emails on the phone. Every single time somebody comes in contact with your company is an opportunity to collect an email address, because 80% of the people that come in contact with your company are not going to do business with you on that first time they come in contact with your company. And you may have heard before that the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So when you get people that come in contact with your business, you've got to collect their data. You've got to collect their information, so that you can, go with the fortune is in the follow-up. I'm going to do that just to reset the light. God, it's so bright. I'm like glowing. And there's nothing I can do to fix it. Oh my God. Anyway, so we talked yesterday about how to collect email addresses. Oh my God, that is so obnoxious. There, that's a little bit better. We talked yesterday about how to collect email addresses on the phone. So I wanted today to talk about how to collect email addresses on your website. In talking, being very frank and blunt, which I sometimes can be, you have to have a website these days if you're really in business. And so, hi Bob, how are you? Thanks for joining us. You really do have to have a website if you want people to take you serious in your business. Hi Jay, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Would love to know where you're tuning in from if you're willing to share. So on your website, one of the things that many websites are missing is an opt-in page. If you don't have a way for people to communicate with you, like via a contact form, a lead page. A lot of people use lead pages, the company lead pages. We use lead pages in conjunction with Infusionsoft. If you don't have a way for people to communicate with you, how are they going to communicate with you? So it's extremely important that on your website, somewhere extremely obvious, that you have somewhere where people can opt in to receive your information. Now, the big question is, how do you get people to do that? And that's where I've really figured out how to get people to opt in. What if the mail goes to spam? I don't find that my emails go to spam because we're very careful in the keywords that we use. We never spam. And so we don't use words that trigger the spam filter. And we have really high open rates. Our open rates are in the 25 percentile. So typically, open rates for a lot of emailers are quite a bit lower than that. Ours, like I said, are in the 25 percentile because, number one, we don't hit the spam filter and we never spam. And speaking of spam, not the kind you eat, I'd like to get on my soapbox for a moment, if you don't mind. If I had one, I'd stand on it. When you are in business and you're using email marketing as a tool, the worst thing that you can do for your business and yourself is to spam people. That's the worst thing that you can do because you just make people mad. And people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And so if you're getting people into your email list and then you're spamming them, you're being completely counterproductive to what you're trying to accomplish. So don't spam. It serves no purpose. It's very much detrimental to your business. So getting back to how to capture leads and how to build your list. Your list is the backbone of your business. So we've had a lot of people come and go. Again, I'm gonna say who I am. I'm Nadine Larder. I'm the founder of printerbees.com. We're an online print marketing company that caters to small business America. And you will find that working with Printer Bees is basically like having a marketing department at your disposal. Printer Bees is for the small business owner who needs a marketing department, needs the resources that a large corporation has, but doesn't have access to that because you're not maybe a medium-sized business or a large business. So Printer Bees answers that question, answers that need so that small businesses can be just as effective with their marketing as big business. So that's the scoop on Printer Bees and who I am. We've done a great job at building our email list up from, in the first 3 years in business, we built the email list up to 1,166. was what I imported into Infusionsoft when we moved to the Infusionsoft platform. Currently, 4 years later, we moved to that in 2011. 4 years later, so it took us 3 years to get from 0 to 1,166, and it took us 4 years later to add 19,000 people to our database. And we have done that through lead pages and opt-in forms. And so I want to share with you the secrets that I share with my friends on how to get people to opt into your opt-in forms. So one of the things, I will use the example of Printer Bees and how we do it, and hopefully you can take that and incorporate it into your own business. So one of the things that I really enjoy doing is keyword research. And if you go into the Google Analytics tool, you have to have an AdWords account. But if you go into the AdWords tool and start doing keyword research on what people are searching for in Google, it holds a lot of hints for you on what will lead people to your website and have them opting in. And what I found, I'm going to use real estate marketing as an example, because a lot of the people that we work with are realtors, and so it's a good example, and I think it's something everybody can relate to. So I'm looking, so part of building your email list, when you're building up your email list, it does no good to build up an email list filled with people who do not match what you do. So that's why, I hear people, I've been asked many times, what do I think about buying a list? I think buying a list is a waste of money. I think it's a waste of resources. I think it's just a huge waste, because when you're buying a list, pardon me, when you buy a list, you're buying email addresses from people who did not sign up, raise their hand, and say that they want to be part of your email distribution. So basically, if you buy a list and start emailing people that are on that list, you're spamming. You're spamming people, and nobody likes a spammer. So I don't agree. I think buying lists, list companies, things like that, email in particular, I think is bad for your business. And I think it's bad for your business because people didn't choose to be there. And I really feel strong that you shouldn't email people that don't want to hear from you. I know we all want to build our lists, and that, obviously building your list is what's going to lead to long-term success. But if building your list includes spamming people, it's just detrimental to your business. I think it's taking you backwards instead of forwards. So to build your list, like I said, I forgot to put it in Do Not Disturb. My husband always manages to call when I'm on Periscope. It's like he has radar that every single time I'm on Periscope, he calls. It's funny. Thank you for the red hearts. So what I do is I go into Google Analytics. Like I said, thank you for the purple hearts. You have to have an AdWords account. And what I do is I go in and I start searching, what are people searching for? What are people searching for that matches what I can offer them? And so with that, I have found, and this is just like, it's an example, we have realtors that are always looking for marketing ideas on how can they get more listings, how can they get more listings, how can they do more marketing, where do they find leads. So one of the ways that real estate agents, hello Lady B Cooks, who I called you Amber, and I think your name is Renee, maybe, I hope. Thanks for coming back. Yay, Tag Tribes. Hi, Matt. How are you? Thanks for joining me. So what I found is that, did I get the name right this time? Because I know it's not Amber. I felt so bad. So dumb. Talking about embarrassing. So I went and Renee got it right. My memory. When I went and started doing research, what I found is that realtors who are looking for leads, there's a couple different pots and places that they look. And they look for expired listings. So they want to market to expired listings. And again, my goal is trying to attract the perfect prospect. My goal with my lead pages, my sales pages, my opt-in pages is trying to attract the perfect prospect for my business. And the way that I do that is to go and try to figure out what it is that my perfect prospect is looking for. And I found that realtors, in particular, because we do a lot of real estate marketing, I found that realtors are looking for expired listing letters. I found that there was a ton of searches for realtors looking for expired listing letters. So what I did is I created a page on my website. It's just a blog entry where, and that's how easy it is to implement some of this stuff. Sometimes it's as easy as just creating a blog entry on your website that has an opt-in form on it. And you can do that with so many, it's like, you don't need to have lead pages. You don't need to have Infusionsoft. You don't need to have these high-end powerhouse applications to do it. You can do it with iContact and services like iContact, Constant Contact, those services are like, $19 a month, and they give you forms that you can embed into your websites. You can embed them into your blog posts. And so if Infusionsoft and lead pages isn't the answer for you, there is less robust solutions that will do exactly the same thing I'm talking about here. That was how I started out, with just a lower end solution to help me build my list up. So we found they were looking for expired listing letters. So what I did, and if you go and search Google for expired listing letters, you will find that my blog post shows up on page 1. It shows up on page 1 of the Google search along with my pins on Pinterest. So I have a lot of different arrows for like internet links. I have a lot of links and arrows pointing to my page on expired listing letters. And like I said, all it is a blog post with a contact form in it. And when somebody fills out that form, they get expired listing letters emailed to them immediately. Now, what does that do for me? So I've served a purpose for the realtor. I've provided them with something that they need to do their job. And hopefully find more leads, attract more business. And I do believe in reciprocity. So I've provided something, I show up in service, and then, we see what happens. Here's the deal. The fortune is in the follow-up. So not only do we provide the realtors with that expired listing letter, because they are my perfect prospect. There is no, when you're in the printing business, when you're in the print marketing business, there's no industry that I can think of that does more printing than realtors, which is why you'll hear me talking about that as like the niche that we work in, even though we serve all of small business. We work with a lot of realtors just simply because they do a lot of printing, and they need marketing departments just like everybody else. So with the expired listing letters, we've attracted the perfect client, the perfect prospect, because if they need an expired listing letter, hopefully they need an expired listing postcard. So if they're marketing to expired listings, we know that this is a realtor. They've told me, when people opt in, they give you hints about the type of prospect they are for you. And so when you're providing the perfect lead magnet for your perfect prospect, it gives you the opportunity to learn something about your prospects. And the thing that I know for sure about the people who download our expired listing letters, the thing I know for sure is that, number one, they're real estate agents. I know for sure they're real estate agents, or they wouldn't be downloading an expired listing letter, right? I also know that they market to expired listings, or they wouldn't be expired, and they wouldn't be looking for expired listing letters. The other clue that I have just from my experiences is that they're probably newer in the business because they are working expired listings. People, realtors that are newer will focus on for sale by owners, who, people who have chosen to sell their home themselves. They will focus on and expired listings, and they will do a little bit of farming, but they are really hesitant on the farming. I can't explain it. I'm just reporting the facts. So I know that those are clues that I have about the prospect that's opted in to receive my marketing letters. Now, the thing that we do that most other companies aren't doing, there's that stupid glare. I'm really sorry that I'm so bright and shining. I'm like neon and I can't get rid of it. It's terrible. So what we do is we keep following up. So we send the letters. Hey, here's the letters you requested. We even give them scripts to make phone calls, right? To follow up to prospect to expired listings. Then after that, we have another email, and this is all done through an automated follow-up sequence. So there's no one sitting in the office. This is all happening while we sleep, while we're helping other customers. We are utilizing and leveraging resources to sell our services, build relationships by using marketing automation. So somebody comes to our site, they download the expired listing letter. I know they're the perfect prospect for us because I know they're a real estate agent. I know they market to expired listings, and they're probably looking for marketing tips and hints because they are likely newer to the business. And because I know that, we also have a magazine called Real Estate Marketing Magazine. Real Estate Marketing Magazine is a magazine that goes out every 2 weeks to real estate agents who are looking for ideas on marketing. And that, again, is my perfect prospect. So if you're trying to figure out what you can add to your lead pages, to your sales pages, your download pages, whatever you want to call those pages where you're collecting your information, you just have to identify what it is that you can give away as a free service, because you're basically exchanging information for a lead. So the way one of my email coaches explained it to me is, he said, think of anytime you're giving away something on your website, if you're giving away information on your website, people should pay for that information. Now, they aren't going to pay for it with money. They're going to pay for it with something far more valuable, their email address. So if what you're providing on your website is valuable, truly valuable information, then the people visiting your website are going to be willing to pay for it, not with money, but they're going to be willing to pay for it with their email address. And that email address is where, once you start building your list. Now, I want to be very clear. It's not just about building your list. There's much more to it than that. But this is just right today. What I'm talking about is how to build your opt-in forms, how to offer the right lead magnet for, let me see, is Renee still on here? Is Renee still on here? Because Renee's a perfect example. So Renee, even if she's not still on here, I'm going to use her as an example. Renee does cooking demonstrations for family style meals. And what she does is she's, doing cooking. And her lead magnet on her webpage could be simple recipes for, getting you through the week. Simple recipes for, quick meals for when, I talked about it yesterday. Quick meals for when, the kids have sports practices and you're running people around. Those types of things are the things, because that's what that's the perfect prospect for her. She's looking for people who are looking for meal information. That's what they're looking for. And so if she wants to attract that particular prospect, she has to offer a lead magnet that attracts that perfect prospect for her. For us, it's, small business marketing tips. It's expired listing letters. We do call scripts for realtors. We do like cold calling scripts. I have downloads on our website where it's a staging handout where a realtor can go to the website and download this flyer that they can plop their information in, and they have a letter on how to stage your house. So we're offering resources that are useful to the perfect prospect for us. The perfect prospect for us. So on your lead pages, on your opt-in pages, in order to offer the perfect lead magnet, just sit back and ask yourself, what is the one thing that I can offer people that attracts my perfect prospect? And it may not even be what you sell. It might be something that's completely different than what you sell. Think about, how many times, you see infomercials and they've got the handy dandy, blender, blah, blah, blah. I don't really watch TV, but I've seen enough infomercials. And then what they do is they offer this crazy, giveaway that goes along with it. And it's not related. It's not like an extra blade, for the, handy dandy blender. It's a knife or some other cooking utensil, because it goes hand in hand with what they're selling. So you don't have to necessarily give away something that is related precisely to what you're selling. What you can give away is anything that somebody's willing to pay for with their email address. That's the question you got to ask yourself is, are people going to be willing to pay for whatever it is I'm offering with their email address? And what is it that will provide enough value to the people that I want to attract that they will give their email address? And that really is the secret to getting people to opt into your list. So that's my that's my secret for today. The one thing I don't want to do, email marketing is complicated. It's complex if you're doing it properly. If you're not just collecting email addresses and just, throwing stuff against the wall, it can be pretty complex. And so the one thing I don't want to do is give too many email marketing tips. Hello, Casa Properties. Thanks for joining us. I don't want to give too many tips so that I overwhelm. So I'm going to stick with this one tip today. One tip. And the one and only tip that I'm going to give you, so that it's bite-sized, is all you have to do is do keyword research. Go look at Google Analytics, see what people are hunting for, and give it to them. It's as simple as that. Give your perfect prospect what they are looking for so that you can get them on your list, and then you can court them, build a relationship with them, and turn them into a customer. Now, I have award-winning email scripts that I want to share with you. And basically what I've got here is I have call scripts so that you can collect email addresses on the phone, exactly what to say, so that you have a script and you don't need to feel nervous. I have follow-up scripts, emails, that all you have to do is copy and paste into your own emails and remove my name and paste yours in there. That's it. And I've got tools for you that you've got the first email, and then I'm going to keep sending tools to help you with your email marketing. So this is where you go to opt in. It's NadineLarder.com /email-marketing. NadineLarder.com /email-marketing. And if you go there, I've got some free stuff. I do not spam. I do not send information that's not relevant. That's not what I do. I'm not just trying to get you on my list so I can sell you something. That's not what I do. I'm about serving. So I'm here to serve. I'm here to help you grow your business. It all works out in the wash, and I'm very comfortable with that. So you can feel comfortable in going on my list that I'm not going to inundate you with email. I hate spam. So I'm not going to do that to you. And then if you notice here, we've got, if you use, I always want to encourage people to go to Printerbees for their printing. Our business cards are print quality. This is my business card and my painter's manicure. I'm doing acrylic painting. So this is my card. These are the cards that everybody gets. Our business cards are 1,000 business cards for $69. And if you use the coupon code Periscope10, you will get $10 off, and you will get 1,000 business cards for $59. And that includes tax, shipping, and a graphics designer sets it up for you. And the quality, this is what the quality is like. Our printing is phenomenal. The quality is outstanding, and you will have business cards, I promise you, that you will be proud to hand out. So, unless you have questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I am on Twitter. I'm going to post the links to Twitter of where to get the email marketing scripts. And I welcome any and all questions that you might have. Anything I can do to support you in building your list, support you in growing your business, answer your questions. I've been doing this for a really long time. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years. I've been extremely successful at it. When I started in the printing business, I didn't know anything about printing. And so it's not about knowing the product that you sell. It's about knowing how to build a business. And I know how to do that. So, and I know how to build a list. So if there's anything I can do to help you and support you in accomplishing the same, that's what I'm here for. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, where we will talk more about how to grow your business. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.